Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second podcast. And in this podcast, we will be talking about Attack on Titan, specifically season one. And here with me, we
So
have
mid.
John, Samara,
So
and
mid.
Joel Senpai.
Can you stop
So,
interrupting this man?
Alright.
kicking things off, I want to know what your thoughts of AOT was before ever watching AOT.
That was dumb. First of all, I thought
Really?
the
You
whole
thought it was
thing
dumb?
was dumb. The
Oh.
first couple episodes, don't lie. I feel like most people thought it was pretty dumb.
Oh, the first episode was such
Was
a banger.
captivating. What the heck?
That's a
I
Because
didn't
10
really
out of
like it.
10 first episode.
I watched it
Okay,
when it was
without the
airing.
thought of like everything else, like how the story goes, I didn't really like it. It was
Really?
okay.
Dude, I was, because I watched it when it was like, I think, because everyone started talking about it by episode 8, when it first, like, the first season came out, so I started watching it, like, when I
Mm.
was, I don't know how I watched it when I was
Wait,
little.
you watched it when you watched it when it aired
Yeah,
when you
first
were
season.
little?
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know
Yeah.
how I watched it, but, man, watching that weekly was actually insane. Cause like I was
There's
like
just some animes where weekly is just a different level from binging
man
for
like
some reason.
cause especially cause like how Aaron like we all thought Aaron was dead, and like the first few episodes I'm like what that makes no sense, and just like how
He's
everything
dead.
ends and then it's just man it's just
He is
insane.
dead. He's dead in my heart. He's dead in my heart after what he did today. Dead in my heart.
And then, by the way, for anyone who will be watching, this will be spoiler content heavy. So we will be talking and relating this to uh
Sasha dies.
further. Yeah, so
Sasha
we're
dies.
we're we're recording this after
No.
Sasha
witnessing
dies.
best girl die from the worst girl
She.
in the world.
Alright. Solid cap, but
All right,
alright.
This best
so
girl though, but
beginning of
Alright, that's
season
cap.
one, the first scene ever shown was a dream Aaron has outside of the walls.
hmm.
So, man, I had no clue what that meant until like actually examining it, because
I don't think anyone like
Yeah.
paid attention to that. That was just like like
the
oh,
only
let's
thing I
go
got out of it was like,
reveal.
you wait like maybe like 5 minutes later, and then you see that Titan eating, Aaron's mom, which is
Hmm.
absolutely like, I don't know. It just right off the bat, I guess, it just kicks things off. Mom dies to Titan, and
Hmm.
Aaron is traumatized.
That like that whole dream sequence was like so interesting because dude you even see that how even in the first episode of season 4 Falco kind of has like that kind of like it doesn't
Hmm.
explicitly
Yeah.
show it, but he still remembers like, oh, I saw people like with blades like
With
jumping up
like
in the
the
air.
maneuvers.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
like
Mm.
kind of crazy. And
But like nobody really thought about
yeah,
it. It was just like it's like I don't think anyone. I don't think even if I watched it, I don't even remember that happening till like I like watched like a recap before
yeah,
I watched season 4.
Hmm.
So it was just flew on me because I think it was just it was action packed. Like everyone just really forgot about that whole start.
Hmm. And speaking of Aaron's mom dying to Titan, well, what were your guys' thoughts on, like the Titan design or just like the look of a Titan?
I thought it was like so weird. I was like, what? Why?
Dude,
I always look
I
It,
think
that.
everyone thinks it's weird. Just a
Yeah,
naked
it's just a
person with no cock.
naked, like, I guess you could say human, but not human,
hmm.
just huge.
Like,
Not like before I ever got into anime, like I've seen that Titan somewhere. It absolutely wrecked my head. Like, what the freak was this?
hmm.
So that thought has always, came to my mind whenever I was first watching Attack on Titan.
I think for the longest for me, I never really understood the fact of how like Titans like never died from hunger or like never ate anything else, like never animals. It was just human. I always never
They
understood it from
they
the
don't really
first.
need humans to eat either. They just do it.
Yeah, yeah, which is interesting.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't think the Titans weirded me out that much, but like, I guess like the violence. I mean, cause I watched it when I was like really young, so I was just like,
Yeah,
this is like the most bloodiest anime I've ever watched.
Wait, when did this come out?
2013.
it came out yeah,
2013.
2013. So Joel was a
Wait,
young
how did
lad.
you watch it? First of all, oh wait,
Uh,
never mind.
what What do you mean? What do you mean?
Crunchyroll?
No.
There's
Kiss
no way you
Kiss
watch
Anime or
Crunchyroll,
Anime
right?
Haven.
Okay,
I
I mean,
know.
Crunchyroll
With
has been up
viruses? That's
until like maybe
Nah,
crazy.
like
I didn't even have ad
2011.
block, bro. Like every single episode was like a mission, bro. Like I click on it, and I had to click out the ads. But my dad has watched season 1 too, but I don't think he hasn't watched like the later seasons.
I get higher heartbeats trying to get rid of that ad than from running.
For real. But now
I
with
do
ad
not
block, it's
want
like you just have to.
ad block is the king. Without ad block, we would be horny.
Yeah, but who showed you guys the ad block on your phone?
I don't even use it on my phone.
Yeah.
It doesn't even work.
I,
It doesn't
It
work.
doesn't work anymore. And also,
Really?
dude, if you use like, I mean, for the viewers here,
It
like
works
you
for
can
me
use
at least.
fastany.net or like Anime Pay. They're all free. They don't have any ads. And I use that instead of
Dude,
like
I be getting ads on Anime Pay
I don't, but I
on
get ads
phone.
on yeah,
No, I get ads, dog.
and I have ad
It's just
block
that's
off.
literally that one website I get ads. Like
Wait,
other
how?
websites, I don't. It's just literally that
I think
one.
Fast Any has some
anyways,
ads.
anyways, continuing on the topic
Yeah.
of Attack on Titan, because this is a podcast about Attack on Titan. Next, after Aaron's mom dying and Aaron being traumatized and all that, they finally go into the 57th recruitment camp or
Mm.
soldier, whatever, and we meet a lot of new characters, such as rest
Sasha.
in peace Sasha, Reinhardt,
Dead.
Bertolt, Annie.
Oh man, like those interactions with Reiner and Annie and how do you say Bertolt? Right? Bertolt.
It's really subtle. Like
Yeah.
if you're first time watching it, like you don't really care too much or don't
Mm,
realize it. But like when you look at back at it, like they're like even like gestures like with their body.
right.
It,
It's kind of like
It
even in
just
the
didn't.
background, you see them just together. We're like, you don't notice in the
yeah,
first season, but once you like catch up with everything, go back into it, you're like, what the heck? There's so much foreshadowing.
like the first time, you know how Reiner and Bertolt was like, oh, we just want to go like back home, like talking to Aaron and like Armin.
Mm.
Like that, the first time I heard that, like first time watching it, I was like, I wonder where their home is. Then
Right, and
lo and
then
behold,
Marley.
Marley. Who's Marley? I don't know
I
who
didn't really
Marley.
think about the home thing
Mm.
because it was just like I don't know. I just assumed that like their home is somewhere in
Yeah,
the freaking walls,
I thought it was
so
like
I
Mhm.
didn't really
I thought it was like
care.
Connie, where like he just lives in a village.
Yeah,
Like Sasha, like in the outskirts with
Hunter.
her. And,
Yeah.
yep.
Wait, what's
Like
the whole you know that part where Aaron's head was steaming? Do you guys remember that?
A lot
during
of
what
times that happened. What do you mean?
it's
A
happened
lot of
before.
times that
In
happened.
season 1, well, before you even knew he was a Titan. I think
His head was steaming.
it was after he
Oh
mastered
yeah, I
the
know what you
ODM
mean.
gear,
Yeah, yeah.
and
At the
everyone just yeah, and everyone
when he
when
hit
you
his
first
head,
watch
he
it,
hit his head, right?
yeah, when you hit it right, but when you
Yeah.
first watch it, it's like oh, it's like comedic effect, right? But like if you
Hmm.
think about it, dude,
Oh, that is
like
very true.
that really shows
hmm
he's a Titan. It's kind of interesting.
I
Wow.
really did think about why they had steaming stuff
Yeah,
because
I
I
thought
don't
it's just
know,
like
but I
comedic
didn't really
effect.
think about it like that much. But it's interesting,
Uh,
very interesting. I think the fact. Actually, hold up, never mind. Keep on going.
yeah, even like when Aaron was talking about like, oh, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. You haven't seen these Titans before.
Hmm.
Like you could imagine what like Annie and Bertolt and like Reiner was thinking
Right.
at that time.
They're
Like
like,
it's
"That's cap. We do."
Oh,
oh yeah.
oh, we know everything.
Yeah.
And the thing was, like back then, they didn't know Aaron was a Titan
Yeah.
or like he was
Yeah.
able to transform into Titan. They're simply like doing their job, like trying to find who the founder Titan is, which they thought was like the king or like some part of royalty,
Right.
Hmm.
and to be seen right in front of us. All right. After all that happening, we skip very closely into when they all are done with their training and they're all kind of like soldiers, and then the colossal titan out of nowhere appears
Oh,
and kicks the Trost area, I believe,
yeah. And then
some
yeah,
sort of area. And then when Aaron tries to look for the colossal titan, it just disappears.
Right.
Which,
That's that's when he gets eaten, right?
No,
this is the
Oh,
same kind of like you could say arc in
right.
which
yeah.
Aaron does get eaten and then becomes a titan
But I
because
think that's
the titan
after.
breaks down the wall. Yeah, colossal titan
Yeah.
breaks down the wall. Titans come in and then they're fighting off these titans. Armin gets stuck into the titan. Aaron saves him,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and then gets eaten. And
I
that at that point, I think that's when I dropped AOT because I was like, why? What was the point of that?
mm,
I was very confused.
I think it was like I really didn't like Armin. That like when I saw
Right.
him, like
I
I was like,
heavily
dude,
dislike
just
Armin.
walk out. Yeah, I hated
I
that
mean,
man.
really, I didn't find it. I mean, cause I like flawed characters though. So
Like,
like
But
I
that's the
I
thing.
it's
understand.
not
Okay, I
that
There's
I
a
don't
understand.
like.
huge difference
I know, but
between
it's
a
just
flawed person between someone like that.
yeah, I know. But thing is, like, dude, like, if, especially if you're in that position, like, would you be so shocked? Like, obviously, but the thing is with Armin,
We
yeah.
would be shocked. Like everyone,
Yeah.
anyone would
But
be shocked.
I understand with Armin because, like, obviously at the end of season 3, he's the one that takes Aaron's spot in
That
the
is
whole battle of
true.
Shingashina. But
Hmm.
I personally didn't hate Armin.
Like
Armin, freaking hate
for
that
me,
character.
like Armin, like it just has the same. Back then, when I was first watching, it just had the same effect I have on like Shinji. Like I don't dislike him like as a. It's not that I hate him or like I don't care about his character. It's just that I find him annoying, like the way he like
Hmm.
acts and like because like I don't want to watch someone who's like babying out. Like I get it, but I don't want to watch that type of stuff, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I understand.
But
But I think it's like, especially the thing is about Armin is like everyone else like has never seen a Titan, right? But like for
mhm,
example, Aaron like reacted to that, which in this world, no question, there are people who would react to that and people
yeah,
who won't, right?
Hmm.
But I think that was just a thought of that was my perspective was that like if for example Mikasa or like Eren can all react to that, why can't Armin? You know what I mean? So
mhm,
that's what I thought. So that's what pissed me off about it.
yeah.
I
But
mean, he's just weak.
now I like Armin. I don't absolutely
I
adore
like
him.
Armin.
I
I
like
like him
I
now.
like
Yeah, I
Armin.
freaking like
I
him.
really like Armin.
I do like him as a character.
I think I kind of dislike Aaron a little bit right now. I don't know. It's
Oh,
just kind of like
I
with him.
like
How did you like Aaron back then? How do you guys like Aaron during season one?
he was okay. He was
It's
okay.
I
just like a
I
normal.
personally liked him because I just like those type of characters that want revenge. Because most of my characters that like are my favorite, like for example, like Thorfinn's actually one of my favorite characters.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Guts is my all-time
Yeah.
favorite character. They all want revenge, but there's like a purpose and it's deep to it, which
But
I
Hmm.
really enjoy because
yeah,
that just really just like builds up the character what he wants to be.
right.
So
Mm.
that's why I like
Like
him.
he was okay to me. I think the first like I just most of the show, but I think especially those last episodes, like that's when I was like, oh, I like this guy. And then we all know
Last
what happened.
episode of the first season.
Yeah, I think that's when I was like, oh, this guy's different.
I mean that Titan fight against Annie, that was
That
really
was insane. Like his
whew,
transformation, dude, when he was just like his rage was just like just immense. I was just like, holy crap! Like you just see in his eyes, like how much
you didn't
anger he
really
has.
see his transformation. It was just
I
between. It
know.
was just there's like a
Yeah,
electrocuted lightning.
there was no transformation. I think actually they may have flashed back
Yeah, but
actual like time where he was stuck in like the Titan's belly,
Hmm.
but then becomes a Titan shortly after.
It's interesting how
Did you guys catch? So did you guys catch on to that Titan being Aaron when you first saw it?
yeah, I think it was pretty obvious.
I
I thought it
mean
was pretty old.
I was I don't know. I don't know.
Cause I
Honestly, I
know
was
for a
just like,
fact they can
who
just
is
kill
that?
off the MC when he's like the cover boy,
Yeah,
and
that
like
is
he
very
does
true.
kind of look similar to Aaron.
The
So
biggest one for me was just the fact that he looked really much like Aaron.
Yeah,
I think the biggest one that got me was the fact that he was a fighting. Well, he was fighting Titan.
yeah,
Because when I first saw him, I was like, oh, it's just a Titan coming to kill Picasso. You
Hmm.
know what I'm talking about? But
Yeah.
then when he fought, like, the other Titan, I realized that
That
he
is
was
very true. The way he fought Titans was completely different from
yeah,
other
because
Titans.
he by the neck, right? And the only
He
person that
bit the
knew
neck.
that.
He started boxing like Pacquiao.
So that's when I realized, oh, it's Eren. Kind of cool.
There was Aaron. Uh, then we have the military wanting to execute Armin, Mikasa, and Aaron
Man.
because they figured out Aaron was a Titan.
Dude, the memes from that arc, like,
Dude, that one like general, dude, his
yeah,
face is something else.
Yeah, he was on crack for sure. Something was
He
up with him, and
his eyes were wider
my
than
goodness.
most anime
I
characters
know.
with wide eyes.
it was really. I think that whole, like, just that whole like 5 minutes of that whole thing was really like. I was just like, oh, is he gonna kill? Are they gonna die? Or like, is someone gonna die?
I
I
know.
don't know. It was really intense, but I like it didn't. The more like when I rewatched that scene, it wasn't really that intense.
Yeah.
But then when I watched it, I was like, that's when I first watched it. It was so intense. I was like, up on my chair, like I was just curious of what was gonna happen.
And
Mm.
I think at this point, because the one defending Aaron is Armin, so I
Yeah.
think this was a redeeming factor.
Yeah.
Looking
Yeah.
back, that because Armin, freaking with his sick speech of like, I'll do anything for the the soldiers, for the scouts, anything.
Hmm.
And then this is also when Aaron gets a flashback about his dad putting the syringe inside of him, and that's
I
how he
know.
figures
Cause
first figures out how to use his
yeah.
Titan powers.
Cause even like I think this even relates back to like episode 1, 2, and 3, when like
Hmm.
when you see like I guess that flashback of like how
Hmm.
Grisha pretty much like put a syringe up him. But
Mm-hmm.
like when you first watch it, you're just like, oh, I don't know what this means. I don't know what happened. But like as you progress to season 3, you're just like, wait, what the frick? This guy literally just like at that moment, that's when he ate his dad and got all the
Hmm.
powers.
For
Interesting.
me,
And
I don't want to say like I'm big brain, right? Because honestly,
yeah.
I'm not. But when I saw the syringe, I assumed that maybe that's how he became a Titan, but I just didn't know how
Hmm.
or when. So that
Yeah.
was my thought. Yeah, I know. I'm big
Hmm.
brain.
I think the
So big brain.
is Battle of Trust after this arc,
Battle
right?
of Trost.
The when
This is
Aaron picks up the boulder and puts it back into
this happened. So
I think it was after the trial, right?
Trost.
so this event happens before,
Uh-huh.
and it's Pixies is the one that saves, like, comes to rescue these three, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
Pixies was like, oh, let's just use Aaron to plug up that
Right.
boulder.
Man, that
Then
that moment, I don't know, man. That was something else.
Pixies is such a goated character.
Yeah.
He gets no screen time, but I love
I mean,
Pixies.
he's a good character.
Absolutely love his bald. You don't get too many bald,
For real.
like Hitler mustache characters.
Unless it's actually Hitler.
Has there ever been like an actual, like Hitler in anime?
No.
That is true. No, I like Pixies. I think he was really cool.
He was
I
very
think
cool.
he's sexy too. I think when he was young, no cap, not trying to be gay.
Yo,
Oh,
facts. That's facts. That's facts.
no.
I'm not gonna try to be gay or anything, but he was pretty hot when he was
Oh.
young.
Erwin though, Erwin's a different breed.
Now Erwin's a different
Erwin,
Erwin's a
yeah, we can get to
Man.
that.
Maxi boy.
We can get to that. We can talk about that, man.
Oh, I not
Dude,
gonna
he
lie.
actually
I
is
cried so
the freaking
much.
goat. Holy crap, that he's the goat.
Dude,
Don't
season
miss it,
three,
right?
season three, I cried so much. My goodness.
No, he's got the
That
biggest balls.
episode was that episode was
I think
humongous, 10 out of 10.
I think that's the highest rated like episode like in any show on IMDb. Like it's a 10 out of 10
Hmm.
user rating.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like, there was nothing like less of it. It was just perfection.
It really was.
For real. The
All right,
goat. Biggest
and
balls
then
in the whole world, dude.
Bro.
Never seen
Aaron,
bigger balls.
Aaron, Aaron decides to, picked up the boulder after fighting Mikasa because he couldn't control it for a little while.
Right.
Plugs the hole. The scouts kill all the soldiers, all kill the Titans remaining. And then Aaron's undergoing trial, and then Levi absolutely dookies on this dude.
My goodness, man,
I did not know how to feel.
the amount of like, cause like, dude, when it was airing, bro, there's so much like Levi X Aaron after that scene. I'm like, how? Like,
It
that makes
really
no
was
sense.
right after that scene.
The
There's
whole
too
fandom,
many, way too many.
like AOT fandom, like it went from like a, like it started as like My Hero type beat, and then it was
Now
chill
it's
after, and now it's just like it's just so cancerous now. Like,
like after like season 3, part 2. Great. I'd probably say it was a pretty good fandom. Like
yeah.
they did not too much hate. There's some ships here and there that shouldn't exist. And
Levi
Levi
then
X
Aaron.
Erwin.
That's
Levi X
Levi,
Erwin.
yeah, fucking Annie X Mikasa
wasn't it?
is
Oh, maybe I'm thinking about the difference. I always saw Annie and what's it called, Sasha.
That was the thing.
Besides Connie, I always saw
I
that.
mean, I've been shipping Sasha as
I
Connie, but
I
that one.
I used to ship Connie and Sasha,
I know they're cute too.
now
Fell
now
off this
Connie
way.
now Connie's just a loner,
Yeah.
and
Dude,
so is John.
honestly, their friendship was so golden, though. I freaking love their
Bro.
friendship.
They were so
I don't
funny.
know.
They were the center of the comedy in
Mhm.
AOT. Now there's not gonna be any comedy.
That little B word, that little monster, that little
Mid
kid, that little
Gabby, all
oh.
my homies hate it, bro. If I was Gina at that moment, I just pick her up, throw her out of the plane, throw her out of the
No,
plane.
I hated her from the start of the episode. Like
I
the first
know.
episode, I hated her.
I hate her. She was so
I just hated
annoying.
her attitude and everything. How ballsy
Like,
she was. Pissed me
but
off,
thing is
bro.
that is Aaron.
It
Yeah.
used to be.
Thing is
Used to
Aaron.
be.
Except
Like,
except for
okay,
the fact where like
Except I think she's a little bit
she's
more
super OP.
cockier.
yeah.
Yeah, she's super.
Okay, as
She's
much
super
And
OP.
she
actually,
has the best sniping
we, we,
skills in it.
we gotta focus on season one though. But
It's
I
trust
true,
know,
us.
but
and then you brought that up.
we
Super.
can't hold
Oh,
back on our hate for Gabby.
Thing is, I hate Gabby, but if you think about it,
He's a
like
well written
I
character.
kind of understand, but I just don't like Gabby.
Yeah,
no, she is a well written character. It's just I hate the
you,
fact that
you
she
just
is
hate
well
her.
written.
Yeah.
Like I don't care, and I hate the fact that she's well written character. It actually
Yeah,
pisses me
yeah,
off.
for sure.
I think Falco. I like Falco way more. Falco's.
Mhm.
I think I like Falco. I think I'm
Falco's
pretty sure
open-minded.
majority of people now prefer Falco for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Gabby.
All,
I think
all I'll say
Falco
is,
just
yeah,
understands the situation
Yeah.
more than Gabby.
yeah. After, especially after like the conversation with Reiner and
He's
Aaron,
conflicted. I feel
oof,
bad. He's so conflicted. Cause everything he's been told is like a whole
everything he
lie.
did for Mr. Kruger
It's a
down the
lie.
drain.
Mr. Kruger.
Mr. Kruger. Yeah. So Levi absolutely beats the living crap out of Aaron,
Not gonna
and
lie.
thus,
Yeah.
uh, it introduces Hanji's second best
Oh man,
girl, and
No, she
bro,
is
her
the
in
best
a,
girl in my opinion. Hanji's.
her and Sasha.
no,
I'm not letting go of Potato Girl,
that's
but I
true.
will say
Yeah, Sasha is a
Hanji's
baddie.
is
Dude,
is.
when I saw Hanji's, bro, like this recent episode, I was like,
The first time I saw
"Ooh, bro.
Yo,
Hanji's,
bro,
I
her in the eye
wondered
patch. Oh, her in the eye patch.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
that
so
like
funny.
That
for
one
me
guy
in
that
season
saved
one.
her, go actually.
I
In season one, like I wasn't the biggest fan of her. She was just kind of like that character,
I think
like
season two
No,
and
nice.
I
three.
liked her from the start.
Season
I
two and
thought
three
she was a
though.
great
Season
character.
two and three. She's amazing.
Uh,
I
dude, and
think I
then
liked the concept of her though from the start
What do you mean the
you
because I
called
just
concept?
Hanji?
like it. Yeah, I just liked it how she was so down bad, but not for like people, but like
Or
The
Titan?
Titans.
the Titans. I
she
just
was
like the
she was
fact
obsessed with
everyone's
Titans.
scared. Everyone's scared of Titans, but it's like
That's
Hanji just
true. That
wants
is
to
very
She's
know
very
true.
more.
intrigued.
So I really
Yeah.
like that type of.
I
She
know.
literally named 2 Titans that she captured. I
Mhm.
forgot their names, but they're freaking like Mr. Bean or
Mr. P.
something. It
Mr.
was
Bean.
Mr. Bean's the go-to.
He really is though. That dimple. Crazy.
Yeah, so Hanji's is now introduced. Uh, then she introduces the 2 Titans to everyone. And then the following night, after talking to Aaron about all she knows, the two Titans are dead.
I wonder
And
who killed them. Oh,
I wonder who.
I
I
wonder.
wonder who. And then they're looking for someone who did it, but they don't. And then Erwin has recruited, or it was like, like if you're gonna be a part of the scouts, you're probably gonna die. And like
Mhm.
95% of the people
I
left
know that was
remaining.
insane. Oh my,
I, I think that was one of the most like spine
I
chilling, like
know,
Mhm.
scenes I saw of AOT that time.
But
man.
it's like it's also like, dude, like honestly, like I wouldn't do it either though.
Yeah, no one
Like
would
I'd
do
rather
it.
just like
No one would
exactly.
do
So
it.
I
Go
think
home.
the whole
Unless you're like a Levi, you have a really sad backstory.
dude, Levi man, like
My favorite character in Attack on Titan. Like,
my
Attack
favorite
on
is
Titan.
probably Levi too. I think
my
just the
goodness,
fact that like
just
such a well written
for real. Like,
character.
especially because if you watch No Regrets, man, you understand why he's like
Mhm.
this.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
He's
And
a sexy beast too.
for real.
Just
At
his
5-2
background of like his
or
mom
5-3,
dying too,
yeah,
and like
man. Even
Penny.
even season one when Petra's like dad was talking about like, oh, are you gonna marry Petra soon? And then,
Oh, dude, that
oh
broke
my
my heart.
gosh,
I absolutely
wow,
oh my heart,
And
dude.
Levi didn't say anything. He just kept walking.
I know,
And
Mm-hmm.
the way
I think
Petra
I wouldn't
died
be able to
too
say
was
anything
so
either.
brutal.
I know. The tree,
The tree.
like,
Petrified. I
honestly, if I
hate that meme so much. So
petrified, yeah,
overplayed.
so
Yeah, it's
dumb.
so overplayed.
I know,
That
bro.
meme.
So many girls do not like Petra at all because of Levi.
They're jealous. They're jealous.
But
Petra would have been such a great character if she lived, in my opinion.
but I think, man, like Levi, if you think about it, or just people in general, especially Levi, like for instance of Levi, like he lost his life to the Titans. He lost his
Hmm.
soon-to-be wife to the Titans. He lost his the person that like makes him live, like Erwin, die, and then he finds out that Titans are pretty much Eldians. Like that must sting so much. Like
He's
that's so
been living a
conflicting.
terrible life.
And now, especially just
Mhm.
with like how I don't know. I think oh we'll see. I mean, we don't know what exactly is going on, and I mean I don't know. Me and John don't know, but Isaac knows. But
I will say Levi does continue to struggle,
my goodness,
but
dude, I
he has a sucky life. Very, very sucky life.
man,
And I'd like to mention during the 57th exterior, not 57, but the scout recruitment, everyone was like pissing their pants except for Reiner. Like even Bert Holt was like freaking pissing his
yeah,
pants, and
Mhm.
Reiner's just there like with a straight face. So I was like, looking back, I'm like, interesting, very, very interesting.
Cause he just knows what's
He
gonna
just
happen.
knows.
yeah,
Yeah. Interesting. Man
The
calls
plan
it.
with Annie going, Annie didn't even stay. She went to the soldiers' side for
Mhm.
to continue the mission, which is odd because you see Annie and like Bertel and Ryan together like
yeah.
pretty frequently. When Aaron was trying to like learn to fight from Annie, like Reiner was there too and got his, he got whooped too. Then Annie just dips.
I think Ryder is such an interesting character.
He's a well written character. I
Such a
really
well-written
like his
character.
character. Yeah.
My goodness,
Honestly,
dude.
he's probably my second favorite character.
Like
Levi's another one. Reiner's my second for
I,
sure.
it's very rare to see a character with like such a split personality. Like him
Mm-hmm.
wanting to, like him, this part of him knowing that these Eldians, like these so-called devils, was like his family, but the other part of
Mm-hmm.
him absolutely hating it, and it's just so conflicting. Cause I mean, obviously season two, there's it's more like known about it, but man,
Hmm.
just seeing from this and then knowing the truth of what his mission was, like I can't imagine how much pain he's in.
I think there was one scene. I don't know when exactly was that scene or what season it was, but there was a part where like they had to leave a guy to die. I don't know who his name was, but he
Marco,
died.
Marco,
Marco.
bro,
Yeah, and then
that's so much
Holy, that
foreshadowing.
that scene was
and then
crazy.
Reiner was just
Crazy.
like, "Oh, oh, oh, oh," like oh, he's dead, right? And it was just like really interesting to think that like he really
No,
is just like
'cause
messed up in the brains at this point.
when you first
Because he doesn't
watched
know
it
what
in
is
season
right or
one,
wrong at that point.
yeah, but like in season one, when how Marco died, we don't know what happened to him before. Like they don't show what
Mm-hmm.
happened, which is like
Oh,
it made me kind of like wonder like, oh, what exactly happened? Because why is he in half? You
yeah.
know, like wouldn't you think like his like he would get eaten, but he was just in half. So that was
Mm.
one thing I wondered about. Oh, also even what was I thinking of? Uh, wait, I'm thinking about. Oh, I think it's the arc after this with like whole like Armin wearing like people wearing hoods and then Armin trying to entice and need to come to the underground tunnel. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a little bit before that when they're in the forest when
Yeah.
Reiner saves Armin, but at the same time he gives the message like the coordinates
Yeah.
to
To
Annie.
to
Oh my, that was big brain. Holy crap!
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't expect it
I wouldn't
too.
expect it at all.
Then given that Annie left to the soldier's spot, it now comes to circle why she did. Because she wouldn't be found out in the scouts that she was a female Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think to me it
So
was kind of
yeah.
obvious with Annie. Not gonna lie.
Mhm. No, it was really obvious for
Yeah,
me. I was like, there's no way. Like, who else could it be?
Armin.
What was the female Titans like thing? Was
Like,
it just like her like
Like
it
the
was, it was very like combat like heavy. Like, yeah, she was able to.
acrobatic, right? Isn't that what it was like?
acrobatic.
Acrobatic, right?
Not. I mean, she didn't really do anything acrobatic. She didn't like
But like
Athletic.
sentry.
not so much of like I guess more like flexible. I don't know how to say it
Athletic.
intelligibly. Yeah,
Athletic.
athletic. Yeah, athletic. More athletic than
Yeah,
most Titans.
I mean, most of the
yeah.
Titans are like the 9 Titans.
I think she is one of the fastest ones though.
Yeah.
Wait, who is is it Aaron the fastest? Or maybe it's not.
I'm pretty sure female time's faster. I actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either female Titan or the cart Titan. Or never mind. It's the Jaw Titan. Jaw
Oh
Titan's the
yeah.
fastest.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because it's the assassin. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Jaw Titan's so mid though.
The nutcracker.
Paco,
The milk.
Dude, that guy sold all of
Gil-
Marley. That guy sold
Gilliard.
all of Marley.
He really did.
Oh my gosh, that guy sold all of Marley.
I can't wait to see Aaron with the Warhammer Titan stuff, like the abilities. I can't wait
Ah
to
no,
see
that's
that.
me insane.
I want to see him just pop out with the Warhammer,
No,
just knock someone out.
the thing that like stood out to me this episode was like how Hanjis was talking about, or just that whole conversation in the like the blimp where they talked about
Mhm.
the other nations coming to Paradise Island. And you know how the walls are made of like colossal titans, right? Bro,
Yeah,
that's gonna be insane. Like if you,
every nation.
that's
Because
gonna be insane against Eldians.
like Aaron can actually control the Titans
Yeah,
from the walls. So I really want to see like the
man.
Titans. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
it's
How
not
I was
that
gonna
he
handle
can
it.
control Titans from the walls. It's that he can at any point, access these walls to all open, and then there's now like 10 million colossal Titans.
But then again,
No, I'm
because
pretty sure you can control them, right?
No,
uh, in a
he can command them, but he can't control them.
yeah, like
Yeah,
he,
so pretty much he can
it's
command
not
them to fight. Yeah.
I mean, commanding as in sense like, yeah, it's not controlling. Is
He
like
he can
you
order things
individually have,
for
yeah,
them to do, but like he can't
control
like
their actions.
individually, make one colossal do this, the other colossal do that.
Yeah.
And you may or may not see that in action in whether that
So we are.
may or may not. I'm really good at hinting things and hinting not things.
But
But
I
you'll
think
have
that
to.
thing that's like I'm thinking about is because everyone's like everyone part of the would you just like okay Paradise Island, right?
Mhm.
They are against, or I'm assuming most of them are against Aaron. So how
Mhm.
is that like? I can't imagine how that's gonna work. Like it'll be all the nations, then Aaron, and the people that's siding with Aaron, and then the people just siding with whoever.
Well, we'll have to discuss that when we talk about season 4.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
true.
Oh, going back to the female Titan, tracking down Aaron after Reiner, writes down the coordinates, which I don't know what he wrote, maybe like go further top, go top left. And Erwin has the idea to go to the forest instead of abandoning the mission. The female Titans catching up and kills a lot of members, and then Aaron almost turns into a Titan. Like Petra and like Gunter are like not trying to get him to become a Titan, and Aaron doesn't become a Titan. So, any thoughts on that?
So what is like? I didn't get why Aaron couldn't turn into a Titan.
It's not Aaron couldn't turn into Titan. There were Petra and like Gunter or whatever his name was were not trying to get him to become a Titan because they know he's gonna lose.
Yeah, and then what's it called? Levi was like, "Oh, it's up to you if you want to do it or not." But then he chose
Yeah,
not to because he wanted.
Oh, I think I'm
Because
just
I'm pretty
thinking of
sure I don't know who said it, but someone said that
Yeah.
like, "Oh, if you want us to like trust you, then you should trust us."
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't do it.
I think that's Petra who said that.
I think I'm
Yeah.
just thinking of like the last arc because you know how he didn't kind of transform.
Oh, when he was trying to bring Annie downstairs.
Yeah, but we can talk about that
Mm.
later.
So, Annie, he doesn't become a Titan, and then Annie falls into Erwin's trap, which you gotta think, that Erwin planned that from the beginning, probably, because
Yeah.
there's no way he planned that like spontaneously.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this man
So,
Erwin, insane.
not even kinda, is immensely big brain of Erwin. And then even like I still don't remember or kind of like can't figure out is the female Titan cries out, and then Titans come towards the female Titan to eat her.
Yeah,
And
because
now Annie escapes.
she doesn't have that power, right?
She doesn't have. It's not said what power makes her do that, or like how she's able to do that. It just happens. Which maybe that's just like a female Titan's. It could be because females and like all the Titans are basically men,
And they're
and like
horny.
they're all horny.
That was interesting.
So
No, but some of
maybe
them are actually like that look like men are like
Girls.
women.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
well maybe they're bi too. We'll never know.
Just no gender. I don't know.
I mean, they don't have a cock or a butt, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean they don't have a butt? What?
They have a butt.
No,
they don't have a
but you know what I'm
butthole.
trying to say. I just, you know what I'm trying to
Alright,
say. I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Men have a swing, and then women have buttholes.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
insert here that type of beat.
A
I
vagina.
see.
You know, that's all you can say. That's all you can say. But
Said it.
what do you mean? What is this?
And then-
We can say penis, but we can't say vagina. Okay.
You about to say Mickey Mouse? I heard that. You about to say Mickey Mouse?
What?
And then Annie is then disguised with one of those cloaks, those green like jackets, and then kills. I think then she kills Gunther.
Gunther.
And then becomes female Titan again, absolutely destroying Petra, the old dude, all Levi's friends and comrades.
I don't know which one, but the second strongest ODM person, or I guess scout, sorry, was died from Annie. I'm pretty sure. He was like, I don't know what he
I don't know
looked
his name
I
either.
forget what his name was.
But I know what you mean.
But you guys know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right?
I think there's that like Petra, there's that one old dude, and then there's someone else. So,
But like,
gotta be
you guys have
one
to
of
think
those.
about this though. Like Levi, I know it's kind of off topic. This man's OP because
Levi's absolutely
like the Beast Titan beat Reiner and like the Colossal Titan, right? But then Levi just easily destroyed the Beast Titan. So it's like,
man, that animation was
Then again,
beautiful.
because
Levi cannot be compared to like anyone, dude. He's just that strong.
I mean, I think that's just Ackermans in general. Because you know how you see Mikasa's like
Mikasa.
backstory, like especially because like what happens to like to her family, and then all of a sudden she it's went crazy.
That's how Mikasa, became good, after not being shy because of
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah,
This is
it's
kind
like
of
the
crazy.
Samoans of football. They're just built
Bro, this is built
because they're
different.
humongous, dude.
They're
It's
born
literally the
different.
Samoans of football. Yeah.
They're born different.
Hmm.
Like if you think about it, every Ackerman when they're young were like weak. Levi
Yeah.
was completely weak. Mikasa was under her parents and she couldn't like kill one person.
So cute too.
Aaron.
Oh,
I will admit, baby Mikasa
yeah.
was
But now,
absolutely adorable.
You guys are
Uh,
haters, but just wait. You'll see
oh,
who
bro,
really is mid.
okay, okay.
I
Just
mean, she
wait. You'll
died.
see who
We
really
can't
is.
do anything
You'll be
about
the
it.
one waiting. You'll be the one waiting.
Yeah.
Hate you guys.
Uh, so, and then Aaron, regrets his decisions and becomes a Titan. Absolutely gets mauled
For
by the
real.
and but that fight was absolutely glorious.
That fight was good.
That Titan transformation is probably my
I think that's
favorite
the
all
best one.
time. Yeah, the one
Or
with Annie.
for Aaron,
The
for Aaron,
eyes, bro.
for Aaron, the
Like,
best
first of
time.
all, the eyes, and
Yeah.
then like the movement, everything was just amazing, bro. Freaking loved it, dude. Every little detail about that was just great.
I think the
Honestly,
best.
I think for me, my favorite Aaron transformation is probably when after Reiner's transformation, he grabs
Oh, that
Aaron and
was that
throws
was
at the
amazing
wall,
too.
Yeah, that
and
one was
then
good too. Yeah.
Aaron thinking about like the moments he had with Reiner,
Hmm.
and
Mhm.
then you're like, what the frick, and then bites his hand and starts about to punch midair,
Mhm.
like
That was insane.
I think okay. I know people are gonna hate me for saying this. Maybe I'm not trying to hate on
Hmm.
Mappa, but I think the Aaron transformation, I don't know what
Just
episode it
came out.
was,
Episode
one
five.
four is probably the
5.
most my least favorite, but it
Really?
definitely was the most iconic
I
one.
think it's the
Like
most
it was
when
very
he
impactful.
cool.
when the declaration of war happened
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
just popped out.
I
I
think that
thought
was
that
my
was
least favorite
Really?
for transformation
I
because he
like.
was just like it was literally just a picture of him slowly going up. But
But
then
I think
compared
that
to
makes
like
total like cinematic sense though.
mm,
Cause just the
I don't
whole
know, I'm
thing
just
was
saying.
very like that episode was drawn up for that purpose.
it was like the whole episode was like meant build up for that one moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just I don't know. That's just my opinion.
It is very iconic, I will
Yeah,
admit.
it is probably the
It
most
went
iconic. But then
I mean,
just if
it's
we're
straight from
just
the manga
talking
though.
about the transformation, it is
trending.
my least favorite.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Aaron has amazing, like season one, he has killer ones with Annie.
But can we all agree the best transformation from all the Titans is Ryder and Bertolt season 2?
Yeah, I agree. Me too. Yeah,
100%. You can't
I
beat
think
that.
everyone
Oh,
You
agreed on
can't
that.
beat that, dude.
the
Yeah.
chills were
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
next level.
My
Amazing.
goodness.
My favorite transformation,
Oh,
but yeah.
so much weight.
But it was really weird how I don't know. I just thought the fact that he just came out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah,
I'm a
the
10.
freaking the colossal titan and the armor. I thought that was so random. Like I did not expect him to
Yeah, when you
say
first
that.
and then you watch the next episode, or like when you watch, you're like, oh,
Mm,
Yeah.
this is crazy. Isayama,
like if
you're
like
crazy.
the thing is like they lost Annie too.
I
Like
know.
Mhm.
it's just now like Reiner and Bertolt together, so they don't have that flexibility of having another like person with them.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah, I thought it was like, what the frick with
Why
that
would you
was
do that? Why
so
would you spoil your
confusing.
plans?
I know.
Right?
And, literally everyone heard it too. It wasn't just Eddie.
Yeah.
Like literally every single person heard it.
Casa,
Mhm.
Yeah.
crazy.
And then, so, Aaron gets absolutely mauled by Annie. And then Levi and Mikasa show up. And this is the first time we see Levi actually pop off.
I know. Man's on his
And
own
that
timing.
was glorious. Like,
Built
you
different.
saw him like poking out, Annie's eyes. She can't see. Cutting the kneecaps. She can't like stand.
Hmm.
Like breaking the
Mhm.
jaw and then finally recapturing Aaron. So and I don't know that it really made me fond of Levi after that moment. I was like, wow,
Mhm.
Yeah.
this dude's sick.
Insane.
Man, I really enjoyed season one though. I actually thought it was one of my favorite for a
Mhm.
while, dude. Like
Season
the
one's
whole
really good.
season was so good.
But I think to me, this is my opinion. I prefer season 2 more because I think I don't know. To me season 1 was kind of slow. But that's just me. I think the
It
first
was
half,
slow.
yeah,
I will admit. The first
and
first half was definitely slow.
especially with like the whole like I think just like character development, it just felt like characters were just like especially like Sasha, Connie,
Yeah.
John, and like even like Historian Ymir. I felt like they were just
Mm.
there for the reason. I know they were there for a reason, but it just felt like nothing was really going on season one. But
But I think it's
Mm.
like for
season
me,
two
like the
is.
slowness. Oh, sorry, you weren't done. My bad.
But no, I just okay. I get why, but just to me, I think that was like the weak season. I think
Mm.
every season got better and better, but that's just me.
I think the reason why I liked it was because first of all, I feel like the slowness was just a build up for like the last parts of like
Yeah.
season one, and I think the reason why not a lot of characters had like character development was because it's literally the first season, and like there's so many I guess main characters in it that it's just really
Mm.
hard to have like
Yeah,
character development in like the first season.
Mm.
So I
I
think
mean,
there was like a huge reason why there was no character development.
yeah, I know, but it's just like if
That's
I'm
fair.
just basing off of seasons, it's like Hunter x Hunter, like the first arc.
Mm.
Is
So
so
mid exam,
Um,
I just can't. I
like
just
I know,
can't,
guys. I
bro.
mean, I
I'll,
need to
I'll
finish it.
I'll admit the exam's not the best or like even like good, but it's not
Oh
garbage.
yeah,
It's not
I'm not
trash.
saying Attack on Titan season one was like as mid as a Hunter x Hunter,
Oh, no, yeah,
but
that's
I'm just saying it like the because people overhype the crap out of season one. Like okay, I understand like there's so many hype moments, but man, they like oh it's a
mm,
10 out of 10, it's a masterpiece. But
mm,
yeah, so
I
I
think
say
and,
7.
kind of don't pay attention to the fact that it's overrated. I just think of it as like a story.
mm,
So it's like I think I
I mean
just
yeah,
prefer the like whether or not you think it's like overrated or whatever. I didn't really focus on that when I watched it. I just really enjoy like the whole season. So
mm.
cause no, cause when I watched it, like everyone is overhyping it, and like that kind of like okay,
yeah, but
I still
I
think it's a
don't
7.
like I understand what you mean, but I don't think that should be like a huge reason why it's not your. It's not like that
I
good.
It's
mean,
good, but it's not like
those are turnoffs. For people, some people like I know who watch anime. Those are turnoffs where like people are like, oh, it's so good, and like it just doesn't
it
want to
just
make
makes
you
your
watch it anymore.
expectations way too high.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just try to be open
that
minded
didn't
when I
happen
watch those type of
when
stuff.
I hyped up Code Geass ending. That didn't happen.
I mean,
I just try to have an open mind. That's all I'm saying. For me personally, I just try to have an open mind about it.
Yeah.
So.
And so Aaron is then rescued. Petra's dad is like, "Oh, will you marry my daughter?" And
no.
Levi is absolutely heartbroken, which has also broken my heart while I was watching and still watch it. Uh, and then Aaron has to be confined and stuff like that, and so Armin's like, "Oh, we gotta help Aaron escape." So he asked Annie from the soldier group, hey, can you help out? She says, yeah. They go down to, I guess you could say the basement, but it's more just like a downward tunnel. Uh, and then it was all set up. It was all a setup because they knew.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't think they knew. I was just like, man, they're getting led on so hard, and he got them in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
That whole like man, what Attack on Titan does so good is just with like the plans that the Survey Corps has. Like
Mm,
the how they lead up to you believing this thing like oh like what oh they're gonna like you believe this one thing, but once you start watching more and more, you realize like they've knew all this, they've planned all this out.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Like we see that in season one with like the whole the underground tunnel. We see that with
Irwin trapping.
Erwin trapping
Yeah.
Reiner and Bertolt. We see that in the return of Shinganshina, and
Mm-hmm.
even
Mm-hmm.
here, like this season right now, like you wouldn't expect like Zeke to side with the Eldians. Like that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
insane. But yeah,
Very much so. And then, Annie's like, oh, ha, ha, I am actually the female Titan.
like
Pulls out her whatever she has on
it's
her
like a ring.
thumb, and then yeah, a ring, and just pokes herself. She's a female Titan. and then Mikasa army get out while Aaron's encased underground, which I got pretty claustrophobic from watching that.
No.
No, Aaron's gonna die, and lo and behold, he got pierced by a wooden plank. So I don't know how. If Sasha's gonna die to a bullet, how's Aaron
That's what I'm
is much
saying.
younger?
Cause he's tired.
Aaron is like 14 years old or
Impaled.
whatever,
But he also is a
impaled by
Titan
a
though,
human.
and they like revive really fast or heal really
Yeah,
fast.
but in their Titan form.
That should be instant death. That should be instant
Yeah.
death.
I don't know. It's just it's called plot armor.
It really is plot. But I think that whole scene
Thinking back, that really is
was really
fire.
amazing. That scene, I was like, wow, this show is gonna be something amazing. Like,
And then that transformation,
like
when
okay,
he's
even though it
raging.
wasn't on screen, like him obviously transforming, I think that moment when
Hmm.
you see just his anger was
Hmm.
actually insane. And
You really
especially,
do see a lot of his anger in a lot of times.
oh, you know what's really
Yeah.
interesting? After that scene, when we get to that episode of him fighting, or he goes kind of like berserk against
Yeah.
Annie.
Me?
Copying Berserk.
Or no,
So
copying
good.
Ava, but when when he goes berserk, right?
What? Sorry, buddy.
I mean berserk, what? But that's what I mean, because you know how he like starts glowing and just like just beats down Annie. If you look at the
Hmm.
dialogue at those scenes, he talks about him. I'm gonna kill all the Titans. I'm gonna conquer the world. And look what he's gonna do
And
now. Like that's
now he's
like I think about that. I'm just like, did Grisha plan this all along for Eren to do this?
I mean, the one of the powers the Attack Titan has is to see the future.
Right.
Hmm.
So you could very much say so that Grisha was aiming for this.
That's
Stop the government. Yeah, I could see that. But I think it's like I could really understand why Aaron is like, I guess, changing his mind from Titans because I mean they're like the sole reason why there's Titans.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I can understand, but it's also like the way what he's doing right now is just like I don't know, man. I
very
really just
very
don't like it.
selfish.
Yeah, but it's like, what else can he do though? I mean, it's
That's
from what I'm
true.
thinking of. Like, there really is nothing else besides doing that.
Mm.
But that's like the same thing with Reiner and all them. Like when they
I
had to do that,
know.
like, they really had like nothing to do. Like that literally was the only way to like actually like just come back home not dying.
And like Reiner and like all of them, well, especially Reiner, he did it all for honor. He wanted, praise. He wanted to be,
Yeah, he
have
wanted
their
to do it
family
for his
happy.
family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's like Aaron is also kind of doing it for like for his mom and all that, his dad.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it's like,
Just
yeah, I know it's really just interesting. It's literally
everyone
just
has their
reversed
own
now at this
reasons.
point.
Everyone has
Yeah.
their reasons. Everyone's in the wrong.
Like
But I
I
think,
love those type. I love those type of writings and characters
That's why I love
where
Vinland Saga too.
like there's so much like to look at inside their own
I know.
stuff. So you could, yeah, I guess you could say it was psychological aspects of
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
AOT is
I think more
amazing.
philosophical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if we saw Gabby's perspective of everything, I feel like we like Gabby more than
I mean,
Eren. But I think
we
the
do,
fact,
because we
mm-hmm.
get to
I
see,
think
the Marlians are, being led on, being brainwashed.
if we started with Gabby, we understand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think if we started with Gabby, we would have
We would have
hated
hated
Eren for
Eren.
sure.
Yeah.
Because like
Mm.
you question them why, but then you realize they're just both sides are just both effed up.
I know. Wait,
Yeah.
I have a question. I don't know if I'm getting this right, but this one did what's the guy that like preached in the Declaration of War? What's his name again?
The
Tiber,
Tiber
Tiber,
family, the
Tiber,
Tiber
Tiber,
dude.
Tiber, right? Did he
Yeah.
did he say that it was a Marley like the devils that attacked the Marlians first?
Marlin devils that attack the.
Or the devils that attacked the Marlians first before they
I
put
think
him in
no, I
walls?
think it's the Marlians that attack the devils first. I'm pretty
Are
sure.
you talking about like the people
Like the
in
before the
The
Paradise
walls.
Island?
whole like
Before the walls.
speech, the whole speech,
Like
right? Is
before
that what
the
you're talking about?
creation
The
of the
whole
walls.
speech.
What caused the creation of the walls for these people? That's what I mean.
what caused the creation of the walls?
Yeah.
It was from King Fret or King Fret, who
Right.
made these huge walls to protect the founding Titan
Mm-hmm.
to carry on that legacy.
But what did he mention about anything that happened before that, or no?
Uh, the King Fret was the reason why the whole war ended, and Tiber family kept that a secret and trying to use it to brainwash other people. Meanwhile, Tiber family allowed King Fret to move on to a different island to carry on his legacy as well.
Mm-hmm.
So was that war between the? So who
It was
started
a
that
war
war?
of just pure Titans,
Just Titans. Okay.
gaining power.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I
I,
was
I
wondering about.
I don't remember what the war was, but it's something like the Great Titan War,
Cause
or gain power.
I was wondering, cause what if I guess like the Eldians were the ones that like started that war, and then it caused up to the Marlians breaking
Mm,
the walls.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just the thing is, like, especially because like just this whole anime, it really is a cycle of hatred. Like no matter what,
Mm,
if we revenge does not solve anything, and then revenge will turn into more
mhm.
revenge, and then just keeps going, keeps going,
It's
keeps
just
going.
an endless loop.
I think there's just no way out of it though. At this point, from where I'm at
Where it
watching,
stands,
there
like
really,
there really is you can't forgive them and
yeah,
oh, it'll be all right.
It's
and like
hard.
either way, someone's just gonna betray someone, and then like
Hmm.
all this stuff is gonna happen again because of betrayal.
Hmm.
It's just someone just has to win. I think just any
Yeah, someone literally has to
has to
win,
win.
and
Yeah,
so it's like I think it just can't be a cycle because they can't do this for the longest.
for real. Cause
Yeah.
this is going by so many years.
Because say they do make a treaty, then other nations would want it too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Hmm.
what can they do besides destroy everyone else? Because people
Yeah.
are just selfish like that.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, Aaron, Annie are absolutely going ham at each other, and Aaron's having the advantage. And there's a scene where, Annie's trying to climb the walls to get out, and she's thinking about her father. And then Mikasa cuts off her
Oh
fingers, and
my
then
god! She said,
dude,
"You're not going anywhere." I was like, "Oh!" I freaking love that scene.
she cut off her fingers. They were
I
in the
know,
For real.
walls. Oh,
It's crazy.
dude.
like if you look back, to the Declaration of War episode, where Annie's father's like, oh, Annie's gonna come back. She's gonna come back.
Mm.
And now then you look back to Annie thinking about her father when
Wow,
she's trying to
that's
escape.
so sad.
It's like
Wow. Like
when you first watch it, she's like, oh, she
oh, like
probably
okay,
is
I
thinking
don't care.
Yeah.
well, why are we even caring about Annie's father or whatever?
Hmm.
This man
Ooh,
Isayama can't draw, but man, his writing, my
it's
goodness.
very very eye opener.
It's like how, you know what I mean? When I think of AOT, it's like how did you write this? Like how
Yeah,
did this man
He
think
had
of
to
this?
he planned this from starting to writing. He already knew the whole story.
crazy.
It's like what?
You know what I mean? It's like this guy just thought of it, right? He
Yeah,
probably just thought of it one day, like, oh, that seems like an interesting story.
I've watched some
Writes it down.
interviews
He knows
about
the
him,
whole
and
story.
he's like drawn Titans since the age of 6, which is
That's
interesting.
that's
Yeah,
creepy and
that's
amazing.
scary, but like
Yeah, that
amazing.
really is kind of creepy
I
though.
That's
know.
pretty
Just look
creepy.
at your son. What you draw, like a titan that's naked? Just like, okay, that's cool.
Animated Titan,
Like,
see, is
But yeah.
the it's freaking Ymira's jaw Titan, the ugliest Titan in the world.
For real. Oh my. Hey, I just
she
got to
really
upgrade.
was the ugliest
She
titan.
really died too.
She was a woman. She literally was a woman the whole
For real.
time, but she was a woman.
Very, very much
So
so.
weird.
And yeah, that
Attack on
basically
Titan.
concludes, the
And then
first season where
Annie gets
Annie
frozen.
then becomes, crystallized and
Wait,
is just
so
sitting.
what is Annie right now then? In season
Annie's
4?
still crystallized.
In
Yeah.
in Paradise Island?
Paradise.
Isn't she
Uh,
asleep? She's asleep, right?
Technically, yeah, you could say she's asleep. And once the Aaron and the whole crew goes back to Paradise Islands, you will see a little bit of it.
This is what I'm wondering. So why can't? So if they know Aaron's a Titan, right? Why can't they just like take out Annie and just eat her?
Because she's in that crystallized thing,
She's in the
and
crystal.
Aaron
You,
can't
you
break
know
That's
it.
true.
how
Yeah, that's true. That's
hard
true.
Aaron.
Cause yeah, cause you use the
Only
Jaw
the
Titan.
Jaw Titan
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do
never
it,
mind, never
and
mind.
Yeah,
that's
only,
why Aaron really wanted the Jaw Titan so he can get Annie.
Yeah, that
That's
makes
what
sense.
I was
Yeah.
guessing,
the
right?
thing
Isn't
was
that
like
right?
for the Jaw Titan, Ymir probably actually couldn't like break that. Like looking at Ymir, there's no way her jaws or her
She
fingers would have
she
been
really
able
sucked.
to.
I think about it. She
She
really
She was a
was
sucked.
Titan.
terrible Titan. She was just fast.
That's it.
Hmm
She
Should have
was
died
just
too.
so ugly. Why did they make her so ugly? Oh my
I
god.
think it was because you know how like Titans come in different size, right?
Yeah.
And how how she ate him
Oh,
Hmm.
like
that's
before
true.
when she was a Titan, right? That's
Hmm.
what I was guessing. Maybe that's why because she looked like that from the start, and once she
Uh,
ate him, like you know what I mean, like they
Right.
can't really change the form. That's what I thought.
Interesting.
So I feel like if she were to eat it, then she'd be looking different. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
she she really is
But man,
very ugly though.
AOT
I know, bro.
present day masterpiece. No
Present day
joke.
masterpiece. Present
Oh,
day number one for sure.
No
all I'm
joke.
saying is, I guess Reiner and Ymir,
I know this guy.
the Titans.
Yeah, you did.
Just saying.
My congratulations.
Just saying.
Congratulations.
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 Thank you. I know it's a pretty big deal.
Oh, we
It's just
did
I
hit.
cannot explain
We
anything
did
at
hit
all.
at you. We're like, oh, who do you think the armor titan is? Who do you think the jaw titan is?
No,
So
I'm pretty sure
we
I
did very
just
much.
brought up the fact that I thought no, for sure not Umir, but for sure I brought up the fact that I thought
They were
Reiner was
sus.
the
They were
what's
Yeah,
it
sus.
called?
they were very sus. Even like
Oh
their
wow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry guys. Like sorry you guys didn't guess it. You guys were just jealous. You guys were just jealous
Yeah.
that I guessed it
uh,
first.
I'm funny.
so hey, you didn't get Berthold though.
Mr. Oh, all of Evangelion is just in a mirror. Oh.
Oh, I remember everything's in the mirror.
No, that's not what I meant. That's literally not what I meant. I
Mm,
just meant that one scene. I
In
was
the
really
last
confused that one
episodes?
scene, the mirror scene. Yeah. That's literally what I was trying to say, but you guys literally did not let me
Nah, bro.
speak.
What do you mean?
You guys did not
It's
let
still
me
not a
speak.
mirror.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
You guys
stage.
did not
It's
let
a
me speak.
stage. Oh,
Oh my gosh. See this right now. You guys aren't even letting me. You know what?
bro.
Have it your own way.
How is a
You know
stage a
what?
mirror?
All right, this isn't Evangelion talk or
All I'm
even the
saying is
Evangelion arc, but
we're
maybe
done
one
with
day
all
we'll
this.
get
We're
there.
done with
Yeah,
all this
well, so
analysis, right?
yeah,
Yeah. I
so
mean, that's
I
pretty much it.
think
I just
that
want to
that
say, sorry. I just want to say, one of my favorite ODM fights was his story when she cut
Bro,
off
that's what I was
the
saying.
like
That was peak
the
fiction.
art,
That was peak
immaculate. That
fiction.
was
Peak
peak fiction
animation.
art, animation. Yes,
Peak fiction art.
so good.
Yeah,
peak
animation.
fiction.
Actually, gave me chills. Like I never really like appreciated that,
Man,
but oh, man, like
I miss O.
that was
I miss Wit's ODM
amazing.
so bad. Oh,
I
Oh
really
yeah,
wish
what
Wit
a
and
treasure.
Mappa like collab. Like
they
that
should have done
really
that.
bothers me.
They really like they haven't even confirmed Vinland Saga 2.
Hmm
Like that, it's not
Like
confirmed. So why not just help them out? Why
all they're
not?
Like
working, all they're working with is what Great Pretender. But like, aren't they done with that?
I
They are
think
done with
for
that.
Oh,
yeah,
just
I
I don't
think
know.
for me it's like the character wise, Mappa
Yeah, for
like
sure.
does really well.
Yeah,
But I think just like everything else, I prefer Wit. So
Yeah,
I feel like if they
yeah.
just combine
they should
together,
have.
like it'd be so good.
Cause dude, the
Like
background,
no hate on Mappa though.
cause
Yeah.
on Mappa's like background and their like rotoscoping, their character designs are so like
Hmm
it's so good. But I mean,
Yeah.
Mm,
obviously because of the time crunch, I get the time crunch, but I think they should have had a little bit of which. I mean, for this episode, they had a different studio, or they had another studio helping out them out with
mm,
because
Yeah.
the fight was a little
see,
different between Aaron versus.
yeah.
It wasn't really a fight, but
They should have done with Wit.
they should
Like
have
I
done
don't
with it.
understand. Like oh my god, man. I really
Like
hope one
with
day
not
they
even
do.
working on anything right now.
Not even
They are
working on
working
it.
with Vinland. They actually are. It's just they haven't like the thing is for Wit, it's because they have low staff
Yeah,
members.
it's true.
They need it like a couple years before so they can work on it,
Yeah.
and then they announce it.
I know,
That's just how it goes
'cause-
for a lot of studios. Even in
Cause
like,
yeah,
I know it's kind
That's
of random,
true.
but even for Disney as well, like you know how like they work on like
and they announced
after they
it.
make like example like Kung Fu Panda movie,
Yeah.
they work on it,
What?
but
That's
they
DreamWorks.
announce it.
Disney? Disney?
Oh, sorry.
Finding Nemo.
But you get what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say, right? Like
Yeah,
that's just
for
how it
sure.
works.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's for
Yeah.
most studios. But
Mhm.
man,
But
it is what it is.
Attack on Titans, I don't know why they
Season
did
one,
the last
very
one.
But
yeah.
I think Mappa CGI is getting better. I think it's getting better.
Yeah,
Oh,
they are.
their you guys are getting a lot better, a
Yeah.
lot better.
Like today, I didn't
First
even notice.
episode actually was so bad in my opinion, but they did get really.
Today, I didn't even
CGI
notice.
got way better though. I honestly thought the CGI for the Beast Titan and the Armored was so bad.
Regardless,
didn't-
Papa's killing it.
Yeah,
They
they're
are.
killing
They
it.
are.
Jiu-Jitsu, killing it.
My goodness.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
Chainsaw Man.
We'll save this
Dude,
for a
they
different
actually
podcast. We'll
ran out
save
of
this for a different
seasons.
podcast.
Oh yeah, we should be done.
I mean, we're done though. We have a little time. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
But read Chainsaw Man, guys. Like actually, like dude, stop what we're doing. Read Chainsaw Man. Like
Bro, I recommend it to these guys.
it's
Isaac
so
hasn't read it
good.
yet. Joel freaking loves it. I told you guys it's so
And
good.
this is
I've been
bro.
telling you guys for the longest.
I'm trying to get every volume when it comes out so I can read it in hand because I like
February
reading
2nd,
things
dude.
in hand.
February
But
2nd. Honestly, Joe, you should probably get it online.
I
doubt
know
they'll
that's a
have it in front of you.
yeah. But like
I really
man,
don't think it's gonna have it there.
if you're okay with reading it digitally, just read the whole thing. Like I'm not even sure. It's so good. You have to.
Mhm.
I'm holding all the urge to read it online, but I'm just waiting for the volume. So
I'm literally tomorrow. I'm staying up to 12. Like literally, insta buying the volume, dude.
yo,
Oh, I can't wait. I really want that volume so bad right now. You can technically pre-order it, volume 3.
Mhm.
I think I'm just gonna wait till it actually comes out.
yeah, we'll see. But
Well,
Is that
Volume
all?
1 is so hard to find, though.
no.
with
I
that
don't know
said,
when they're restocking.
thank you all for watching. Maybe in a couple weeks we'll air. We'll talk about season 2 and maybe season 3 along with that because season 2 and season 3 are pretty short. Um, yeah. Thank you all guys for watching. Stay tuned for further podcasts happening, and we'll see you guys later. Deuces.
Bye bye.
Deuces. Deuces.